PWBA Rochester Open. Good luck, ladies.
I stole that right under.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AMF Gates Lanes in Rochester, New York. Upstate New York. We are here. We are ready. And we are underway here at the 2017 PWBA Rochester Open. This year sponsored by Nationwide. Nationwide certainly is on your side. Along with Jason Thomas, my name is Emil Williams Jr. We welcome you to our continuing coverage of the 2017 PWBA Tour live. This is Bold TV on Extra Frame. We are behind lanes 23 and 24 and 25 and 26. We will start the day with Debbie Ayers, Victoria Maricol, Nicolette Arnone, and Miranda Panis. We'll also have Sarah Germano, Jessica Lesaganich, Diana Zavyalova, and Kaylin Carl to start things here, game number one. Appreciate you tuning in. 10th event on, the 11th event. 11th event on the schedule. Next week, as weird as it sounds, there is no event. Our next actual PWBA event will be what is known many by, of course, as the Lucy, the PBA PWBA Striking Against Breast Cancer Mixed Doubles event. Copperfield Bowl in Houston. That will be followed by the U.S. Women's Open in Plano, Texas, at Plano Super Bowl. And, of course, the final event, invitation only, season-ending Smithfield PWBA Tour Championship to be held at Richmond, Virginia, in Richmond at the Richmond International Raceway inside the Old Dominion building. So that's what we have coming forward. This week, of course, we'll focus our efforts on the Rochester Open. Good to be back in Rochester. I was here last week. Your defending champion is Josie Barnes. Those of you maybe just tuning in for the first time this season for this particular event. Of course, Josie recently married, formerly Josie Ernest. She won the event last year. Do recall her making the group step ladder final. Her road to the title was something of extraordinary proportions, just considering the talent that she had to defeat Liz Johnson, Danielle McEwen in the group step ladders. Then Carolyn Doran Ballard, Clara Guerrero, and Shannon O'Keefe, who she defeated on television to achieve the top prize. Josie is here. Along with 86 other PWBA and non-members or guests as well this week. Shannon O'Keefe, of course, the #1 seed last year at the event. Had some, obviously has some ties to the area. Used to live here, of course, with husband Brian, who is from Rochester. One person who is not here this week, Carolyn Doran Ballard. CDB made the show last year here in Rochester. It was her first time on PBA television since 2003. It was a great moment. One that we were blessed and able to capture on Extra Frame. Just the emotion Carolyn showed right to her husband Dell, never forget it. They both went into tears. It was a certainly a moment to remember. Other player on that show who is here, Clara Guerrero. Clara made her first show of the season last week in St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. Florida Swing was kind to Danielle McEwen, who made 2 TV shows in Florida, both, of course, at the Orlando Open and the aforementioned St. Petersburg Clearwater Open. That brings Danielle's season total in regards to championship round appearances on TV to 3. Alicia Wong, good shot. Oh, Jess Les starts out with 3 in a row. Our pattern this week is a mystery. You know, we've had a few weeks this season where the pattern was not released. This is one of those weeks. From what I can tell, however, though, the pattern for the most part is, I'd say it's long. You will see, I believe, several players playing the outside parts of the lane on both sides, lefties and righties. Results, of course, can be found at pwba.com/live. Again, pwba.com/live. This is game 1 of 12. Two rounds of qualifying. If you're unfamiliar with the standard event format, 4 in a row for Alicia Wong. Round 1, 6 games. Round 2, 6 games. So 12 games on Friday. Cut to the top 32 for Cashers round play, 8:30 a.m. Saturday morning. After those 32, or excuse me, once those 32 bowlers are determined, 6 more games in the AM. We're in that Cashers round where we cut to the top 12 for match play at 1 p.m. Top 12 bowlers compete in what is called the group match play, essentially. 2 groups, 12 players. Groups A and B, broken down by odds and evens. Odd seeds, Group A, evens in Group B. Leaders of those respective groups after 6 games move on to the TV finals. To determine the other 2 participants, seeds 2, 3, 4 after 6 games in the respective groups then move on to the group step ladder finals. And our 2 players, or additional 2 players, are determined when the show is finalized. This particular show will be taped August 6th. Again, if you're familiar with the way the tour has worked the last 2 seasons with the addition of television. Tape 3 shows generally at a major site or location. These 3 shows, Orlando, St. Pete, Rochester, will be taped at the US Women's Open in Plano, Texas. So a little bit of a break again between now and the Lucy US Women's Open, and then the Smithfield Tour Championship. For some players, they will take a little break. Some will actually continue to bowl. A couple players, for example, might bowl a regional. Speaking of regional events, the PWBA has a couple regionals coming up. One on the East region in New Jersey, the other in the Northwest in Washington. A couple ways you can check it out. One, visit pwba.com click on the tournaments tab, and then you'll find regional events. You'll find the schedule, and you'll also be able to click on a particular regional event site to enter. So again, July 21st through the 23rd, Tacoma Lanes in Federal Way, Washington. And there's a one-day regional, July 23rd at Parkway Lanes in Elmwood Park, New Jersey. So be sure to support the PWBA and the PBA's efforts there. Joint regional program, again, conducted by the Professional Bowlers Association and their respective regional managers. Big thanks to John Weber, the regional director of the PBA. Rare open frame there for Zavyalova in the 5th frame. Regional program, very important. So if you know some players who have been thinking about the tour and wanting to compete on the PWBA, but maybe a little apprehensive to start. Oh, nice pickup there from Jess Lesaganic. Stays clean and makes that string look even more good now after leaving the 5-10 and making it. But again, if you know some ladies in your area, perhaps some young ladies have been thinking about giving it a go at a national stop, but would like to kind of get the feet wet, if you will, dip the toe in the water. The regional program certainly is the way to do that. Again, a couple coming up once again. Tacoma Lanes, Federal Way, Washington, July 21st through the 23rd. Then a one-day regional, Parkway Lanes in Tacoma, New Jersey, or excuse me, Elmwood Park, New Jersey. Elmwood Park, New Jersey at Parkway Lanes. That is July 23rd. Again, pwba.com. Find the tournaments tab, and at the bottom of that tab, you'll find regional events. And be sure to check that out. Enter the rest of the schedule. Emerald Bowl in Houston, August 18th through the 20th. There are 2 regionals on the same weekend in different regions. September 8th through the 10th, Lafayette Bowling Lanes in Fayetteville, North Carolina. on September 9th and 10th, the Diamond Joe Casino Cherry Lanes Regional. That is in Dubuque, Iowa. And then the final one on the schedule is in October, Sherman Bowling Center in Muskegon, Michigan. All right, through 5 frames, both pairs of lanes here, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Very good shot there from Victoria. Bounce back shot there from Diana Zavyalova, 2017 USBC Queens champion. Very nice recap story on Diana's win at the Queens in latest edition of Bowler's Journal. Be sure to check that out. Sarah Germano, a lot of success collegiately at Pikeville. Pair to our left, Steen Grisparts, Brianna Cote, Ashley Galante, and Brittany Himmelreich. Appreciate everyone tuning in. You know what to do. Live Now posts are up and available. Sure to drop your comments, say hello. If you are new to Extra Frame and maybe haven't commented yet, feel free to do so. Let us know who you're watching. Big thanks for your support of the PWBA and the women's bowling. I'll be checking Facebook here momentarily to say hello to those who may have dropped some comments already. You can check roster information, pairings, no live scoring this week. So be a tough pattern, folks. I do think there are some strikes out there. Maybe not as many as St. Petersburg. It's kind of, we talk about diverse lane conditions. Had a little bit of everything on the 2017 PWBA Tour. Always got to be on your toes when you're competing. Got to be prepared and ready for anything. For some of the best players in the world. Nearing the end of game number 1. Sarah Germano trying to find something here consistently. Few opens, first 4 frames. Spare in the 8th. Yalova off the big 4. Lesiganic missed the single pin in the 7th. And a big 4 again. This time on the right lane. Outside portion of the lane is what is being used. Interested to see what things may look like in a couple games. Just thinking about practice last night. Towards the end, you could tell, and the heads, of course, from 5 and out begin to go away. So what's your move there? It's not as simple as get left and throw it right. A shot there from Miranda from Canada. A couple players from Canada in the field this week. Some players pointing the gutter. Back in the day, I used to be pretty decent at that. Key phrase there being back in the day. Well, Facebook is on and popping this morning. That's fantastic. First of all, I'll go right down the list as I see the comments. Brian, first of all, hello. And that is good info. I did not know that. But since you said that, kind of rings a bell a little bit. Thought I saw, I could have seen her name. Former teammate of mine. First of all, congratulations to Miranda winning the Canadian World Cup there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Brian, feel free to drop that comment. Is that that wasn't necessarily to make the team per se, but I understand that those individuals who won that event will represent Canada in the World Cup, if my knowledge is correct. Certainly correct me if I am wrong. Former teammate of mine collegiately, Ryan Reed, actually won on the men's side. So congratulations to my guy, Ryan Reed. That's awesome. Miranda's bowled a few events this season, and talent's certainly there. Todd Strauss, how you doing, sir? Todd, you certainly wouldn't be far off. She just missed the top 12 last week. Jen does bowl a couple events. She bowled a few last season as well. Hello to Tiffany Puhowski. It's a very nice way to say hello this morning. I like it. Let's get graphic. The cool graphic, not like graphic. I can't stop looking at it. I don't know what's happening. Hello, Joan. Wishing all of the ladies good luck. Hello, Margaret. Watching from the A, rooting for Jess Less, another former teammate of mine, collegiately as well. Jess can get into the 220s with the double after that spare. Mike Martin says hello to Brittany Himmelreich. As she passes by, Mike, I'll try to say hello for you on your behalf. Brittany joined us for a little commentary last week on Extra Frame. Hello, Karen, Mrs. B. Always watching. Appreciate your support, of course, of women's bowling and the PWBA Tour. Germano, good shot. Sarah, local player. And with several in the field, Victoria, for example, is one. Interviewed yesterday by Spectrum News and Sports. Tim Irving, appreciate him coming out. Sarah, Victoria, Heather DeRico, Jennifer Reagan. Others in the, I guess, surrounding areas. What I learned last year, as Miranda open frame there, what I learned last year was a lot of the local, sometimes local outlets, depending on how much may be happening in a particular area, specifically, let's say, Buffalo or Rochester. You think that, hey, this might be a good story, or this player is particularly from the Buffalo area, may not really translate to Rochester. Close in proximity, but still different markets in regards to the media, for example. Of course, Liz Johnson from Cheektowaga originally, now living in Deerfield, Illinois, Chicagoland area. She is back and is since, of course, very much at home. She's been at home on the PWBA Tour this season as well, leading the tour in just about every statistical category or tied for the lead. The one that's most important at the moment is the points list, where she has a pretty sizable lead at the moment. Tenth frame for Lesa Ganic, 144 for Kaylin Carl, 148 for Germano. That one is pulled left and leaves the 5-10 again. Thanks to Nationwide Insurance. proud sponsor of the PWBA, title sponsor of the Rochester Open. They'll be in attendance throughout the weekend. We were here last night at Thursday Night Pro-Am. We'll be here today, tomorrow, and Saturday, or excuse me, today and tomorrow, which is Saturday. Hey Jim, hope all is well. One more week into the recovery stage. You know, Jim, anything I can do to help, man. What I do really is not much at all. It's really the players. They do all the work. I've just got one of the cool jobs. .201 for Jess Less. Savialova, 3 in a row. Will go to the bag. Looking for something to throw on the field. Debbie Ayers. Good start there, 199. Galante shot 212 to our left. Ashley Galante. Brianna Cote shot 228. Cote might have a pretty good week here. She loves to be able to play a little bit out, keep the angle straight. Got pretty good ball speed, something that you need for this particular condition. Couple hiccups there for DZ3, but she shoots 187. Known finishing things up. All right, that'll do it for game number 1. So players make their way to the next pairs, of course. Watch your pairing sheets. All right, see something we can fix there with some scores. See some just a tad bit cut off there. So let's make the change on that. Make sure we get all of that score, 172 and 163 respectively on that right lane. Just lane 24. Should be good there now. So momentary break in the action. We'll be back with you momentarily. All right, you're watching the 2017 PWBA Rochester Open, the Nationwide PWBA Rochester Open, and you're watching it live. This is Bowl TV on Extra Frame. right, folks, welcome back in. Emil Williams Jr. here with you, Jason Thomas. On behalf of the entire PWBA staff, we say thank you for your viewership. To Neil Milligan, our Director of Operations, Kathy Waka, Assistant Tournament Director, Kathy Kavicki in the house, our Tour Coordinator, travels often, promoting not only the tour, of course, but the sport, and, of course, our on-site merchandise manager as well. And the aforementioned Jason Thomas doing our on-site staff. Nicole Osborne is here this week. Takes care of a lot of partnerships to client services. She is in the building along with Nationwide. Good to have Nicole here as well. Big thanks to everyone watching. Game 2. Our featured pairs here. 23 and 24. Joined by Jen Higgins, Kelly Kulick, and Connor from New York Mills, New York, and Stephanie Sheridan from Factoryville, PA. (25 and 26) Brittany Hamilton. Brittany doesn't bowl as much as she would like. That's because she's got a pretty cool job at Vanderbilt University, her alma mater. She is in attendance, of course, the native from the Rochester area, from Victor, New York, specifically. Heather Lyons bowling this week, the non-member from Asheville, New York. Selena Broderick and Danielle McEwen. It's always cool to, which is exactly what you want to see when you have guests. For example, obviously bowl a tour event. We do get many from the respective stops that we do travel to. Rochester, I remember last year we got several, and this year is no different. Wichita is really good in that area in regards to that as well. Camilla Dahmer is bowling back-to-back events. Coming down to the end of the season, and we've seen a few new faces so far in regards to match play appearances, television, etc. We'll see another new face on the St. Petersburg Clearwater Open show, and that will be Giselle Poss from Vanderbilt. Recent graduate just a few months ago. She's from Montgomery, Illinois, near Aurora, west of Chicago. Spare there for Jen Higgins. See, Jen, this would be the year for Jen, who finished kind of runner-up in the Rookie of the Year race last year to New Way Finn. That turn, make that jump into grabbing that PWBA title. Kulik, of course, has gotten her first title this season. First since the relaunch of the tour in 2015. She's continuing to build on some momentum. Saw her last week in Lincoln Open Show with Liz Johnson, who has just been amazing, obviously, this season. All right, let's check some scores here for the first time today, if you haven't already. PWBA.com/live, or you can go to PWBA.com, the homepage. Well, you'll be immediately met with a nice slide banner that will tell you where to click. So as long as you follow those instructions, you should be okay. Shannon Pluhowski, the southpaw from Dayton, Ohio. 247. To start things, Shannon O'Keefe, 246. She is in second. Amanda Fry, 245. And third, another talented player. I've said a lot of names in regards to Vanderbilt. How about that? Amanda Fry from Vandy, of course. Jennifer Russo. She was mentioned in the in our Facebook comment there from Todd. Already looking pretty good here, 243. She is in fourth. Liz Johnson in fifth at 238. Katie Sutphin continuing the great momentum she has built the last 2 weeks. She's in sixth currently after one game. Brianna Cote, 228. Kelly Kulik, 223 and eighth. Caitlin Simpson, non-member, 222. Went to Pikeville. Jennifer Cutter from right here in Rochester, New York, is in 10th. After one game, cut line would be -7. That would be 32nd. Long way to go, of course. Well, folks, I talked to you a little bit about what I was looking forward to last week in Florida in regards to Rochester, and part of it was, wow, how did he not make that spare? Good, very good attempt there from Lyons. As we watch Jen Higgins and the extremely tall Nathan Bohr rolling in front of us, ducking out of the way of our cameras. Thank you, Nathan. Look forward to grabbing the garbage plates. At some point, for those of you who may not know, I'll try to get Brian O'Keefe on here. He is a Rochester native. Can make his own garbage plate. He's obviously, that's how versed he is in garbage plates. The place I went to last night, West Ridge Hots, pretty good. You can get a cheeseburger plate, hot dog plate. There you could get chicken finger. So basically, imagine patties, hamburger patties with cheese. They are on top of a layer on the left side, for example, is mac salad, like macaroni salad, kind of pasta salad, not mac and cheese, mac salad. So in your left corner, let's say you've got a styrofoam takeout box, right? The top left corner, there's some mac salad. You move down, kind of bottom left corner, still got a little salad, but kind of the rest of it really is home fries. And then on top, you've got the burger patties, and then what we have is, if you like onions, you got, I think the common things to have is onions, mustard, ketchup, and hot sauce. And I learned that the hot sauce, which I thought I was just eating regular hot sauce, right? But apparently, there's something else that looks different that goes on top of the meat itself on the patties. That actually is the hot sauce. I learned that today from Brian O'Keefe. I asked him, what's that on top? It's kind of grainy, looks kind of meatish. And they said that's actually the hot sauce. That is it. That is what makes it. I think that's kind of what separates it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, folks, Google it. I try to explain it the best I can. But takeout box. Top left corner, mac salad. Top left to about 75% of the way down on the left side. There is your home fries begin, and that kind of takes over the rest of the box there, from that bottom left all the way, of course, to the middle and to the right side. And then you've got your 4 patties. At least mine had 4 patties on it. All of the toppings, if you will: onions, ketchup, mustard, and hot sauce. It doesn't look, if you were just to look at it, and you had no idea what it was, you did not hear my explanation, it may turn you off. You may say, no, that's probably not something I would want. But I would encourage you to try it if you can. I will say, full, disclosure. Hey, make sure you're, make sure you know what you can and cannot eat. I think I'm good for it. I probably wouldn't be able to live in the area. I can imagine having a garbage plate a couple times a week, for example. But a few times a year, I could do it because it's pretty solid. I've had 2 in my experience now. One last year, we went to the original Steve T's, which is just down the way. I try to do it one more time before I go. But again, last night was West Ridge Hot. So you guys are from the area and you say, hey, West Ridge Hots is good, but this place is better, feel free to let me know if I can fit it in. We don't get much time, but I will definitely try. Shout out to Mike Larson, who was watching, maybe from his office, but apparently I know Mike wants garbage plate. He likes it. Nice game from Liz Culkin to our left, 238. Hello, Gregory. Greg wishing good luck to all of the ladies, rooting for, of course, his fellow New Yorkers. He is a Buffalonian. Okay. What's up, Gregory? Hope all is well in your transplant in the DMV now. Gregory, I'm curious what that acronym means. DMV. Let me know. Short pattern? Nah, not so much this week. We don't know what the pattern is. Players will not know until the show airs. Nice shot there from Kelly Kulick. But really what it is it's definitely a longer type pattern. It is certainly long. But and that's a good observation, Gregory, because perhaps since you've been watching, because the way the players are playing the lanes gave you the impression that it could be short. But it is relatively long, and they are playing outside, 5 and out, both righties and lefties. It's a pretty long pattern. If it was short, I mean, I would just be shocked. But there's no way. Just watch it when if you see a player miss left, and watch what it does, and it'll kind of tell you about how long it could be. To put it lightly, there was a few in the first few shots of practice, there were a few bowling balls that gave the old hydroplaning look. .92 for Brittany Hamilton, Team USA member. Heather Lyon, excuse me. Lyon's on the scoreboard. Coming up next here, game number 3, we will have Danielle Vandermeer, Jody Wessner, and Janelle Irwin from Schenectady, New York, same place as same city that Liz Culkin is from, and Aaron McCarthy. 25 and 26, we will have Jackie Reese, Liz Johnson, the reigning 2-time PWBA Player of the Year, Judith Poplar from Germany, and Brittany Ferrara from Hubbard, Ohio. Let's see who else I may have missed. Darren Hansen. Hello, Darren. And good luck to a member of the Lefty Mafia, Angie Ramirez Perea. See what Angie is doing if she comes our way. Hello to Troy Fisher. Troy watching from SoCal. Troy might just be waking up in the southern sun. Hello, sir. Chuck Christian. Hello, Chuck. Let's see. Wishing Missy the best of luck here, as is Troy. Big thanks, folks. Appreciate you checking in. Be sure to share this post. Let other people know that we are live with our round one coverage here on Extra Frame from AMF Gates Lanes, Nationwide PWBA Rochester Open. One more ball from Stephanie Sheridan. Steph can shoot 215. And Connor, 190. Kelly Kulik, 173. Jen Higgins, 172. 213 for Sheridan. Lyon, 180. McEwen shot 183. Broderick, 170. Us, and a 192 for Brittany Hamilton. We're on to game 3 here in Rochester. Beauty getting popular out to nice start there with the front three. Boy, that ball read early for Aaron McCarthy. Mercy. This is game 3, folks, so we'll see how players are adjusting to this condition. The condition that we do not know. Unsure of what's out there. But it's long, and Beauty Get Popular has 4 in a row. Popular topped the standings in Orlando. She will be the #1 seed on the show. Danielle McEwen, #2 for Orlando. Liz Johnson, #3 seed. Stephanie Johnson, the #4 seed for the Orlando Open. Popular from Germany. She'll be heading back to represent Germany in the World Games this week. Skulkin with a very nice cheering section here.
Hasn't been announced.
Nice shot there from Reese. 3 in a row, spare, and now a double for Reese with one of the cooler jerseys. Nice play on what I'd have to imagine would be Reese's. Very smart, like it. Sorry about that, folks. All right, let's check some scores. After 2 games, Pluhowski, 247, 275. Plus 122. Cedar Zerbinski, 215, 279. She's at plus 94. Shannon O'Keefe, 246, 214, plus 60 in third. Jen Russo still in fourth, plus 49. Liz Johnson in fifth at plus 44. Giselle Poss in sixth at plus 40. Stephanie Sheridan tied with Von Hodlick, plus 32. Or Devin Hodlick, excuse me. Tied for ninth, Summer Jasmine and Sabrina Davis at plus 26. McCarthy takes care of the spare. After the string coming to an end in the 6th frame. Here to get Poplar back on it in the 7th. Nose are not the most easiest leave in the world. Jen Russo to our right, looking for a double. She gets some carry. Liz Johnson again back in her very familiar settings from Cheektowaga. Cheektowaga closer to Buffalo, right in the Buffalo area in the epicenter. About an hour 15 minutes west of our location here, AMF Gates Lanes. Jody Wessner now 3 in a row. Wessner in 4 Halls of Fame. Up near the 10th frame on 25 and 26. Wessner now with 4 in a row. Starting to break down to something a little bit to the player's liking. Another good shot there from Reese. Oh! Spare there for Aaron McCarthy. All right, Reese had a chance to get in the 240s. A really good shot to our right from Caleb Pashina, left to 4-9. Heck of a shot. Poplar, boy. And of course the trouble happens when you least needed, and that is the 10th frame. What was a well-bowled game. Love tap on the 10, but not enough love there to knock the 10 down. Jody Wessner. And I said Kayla Pacino. You may have gotten a piece of it there on your screen. She went ahead and made the .49. So you make it on a very good shot, and then said, you know what? So I get this thing done. Game from Jackie Reese, 224. Christina Zerbinski to our left. Good count, she'll be in the 220s. Casey Lander shot 195. Elise Bolton can spare to be in the 2 teens. Liz Johnson high flush. .222 for Zerbinski. Through the back 5. She was in second. And Elise Bolden, her ball will go down the lane there. Missed the head pin. Jen Russo strikes in the 9th. Just saw that on the right side of your screen. Here is Jody Wessner, 10th frame. That's the triple to 4. All right, 25 and 26 all done. Liz Johnson, 195. Ferrara, 183. Poplar again at the Open in the 10th. Shoots 226. And Jackie Reese, 224. Owen shoots 241 here on 23 and 24. Nice game by Janelle Irwin. Very nice crowd here in Rochester, just as there was last year. Great local support. .169 for McCarthy in Game 3 is in the books. All right, we're on to Game 4 here momentarily. Players moving well, good pace this afternoon. I'll tell you who is coming up here in game number 4. And it will be Verity Crawley, Felicia Wong, Rocio Restrepo, and Yvonne Hodlick. 23 and 24. Lindsay Furness, Caitlin Simpson, Jenna Law, and Samantha Shaden on 25 and 26. Those are our 8 players. Will join us in our featured pairs here very shortly. We'll look forward to having you aboard and certainly appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back in a moment. We're watching the Nationwide PWBA Rochester Open, and it is live and it is on Extra Frame.
I used to love like rollerblading. I think had I not been a bowler, I would have probably went that route. In my town, there is one place where they make these wedding bells cupcake, and it's like my favorite. I usually do lattes, so a skim milk latte. Sunset. I'm not a morning person. The trees, the ocean, the people, the food. I love Colombia. Believe it or not, I love reggae music. I used to listen to Bob Marley when I was little. The whole Colombian national team, they call me muñeca, which means doll. I feel like if I wasn't a bowler today, I could actually be in politics, or I could be a judge. I used to be a musician when I was little. I went to a music school from when I was 4 years old. I used to sing. I can't really sing anymore because I don't really practice much. I used to play the violin. A lot of people don't know I have a sister that's gonna be a brain surgeon. I feel like if I give my best and I make people happy, I have succeeded. Because at the end of the day, people always remember how you make them feel. It's not so much about how many titles you won. I know that our society, unfortunately, is really focused on how much money you have and how many titles or how famous you are. To me, is when I see someone and I interact with a person, if I can bring a smile to their day and how I make them feel. So to me, that's success.
She's in position to really throw some shade at Shannon O'Keefe here with another strike.
The dogs on her shirt are barking.
Man, 10 straight back for Josie.
What a great shot out of Josie. Look at her, she's having fun.
Remember at the U.S. Women's Open a while back, New Wei Fen, I asked her what would it mean to win. She says, I want a banner. There you go.
There it
Josie
is.
Ernest gets a banner, a $10,000 check, her first championship.
How does it feel to be a first-time champion?
You know, it's a pretty indescribable feeling. I've had the opportunity to win and compete in a lot of different things, but this one pretty much tops them all.
right, folks, back with you here. Game 4 underway on our featured pair. Or pairs, but one of them is active. And that is 23 and 24. First time we get to see Josie Restrepo. Along with Verity Crawley. Untitled and Alicia Wong. Enjoyed some of the intermission entertainment, if you will. You have probably seen Josie Restrepo's player profile video already. Last cut you saw was last year's winning moment, essentially, for Josie Ernest, of course, winning this event, the Rochester Open last year. Across the house here, looks like everyone is through. On to game 4 now. Here is Crawley for an early double. Boy, not much movement on that bowling ball. Pretty darn straight. 'Open frame for Restrepo here in the second. If you are just joining us, we are live from AMF Gates Lanes in Rochester, New York. Event. Again, tour season winding down, coming to an end. Again, no event for us next week, but not that we won't be at an event. Many of us will head on to the land, Cleveland, Ohio, for the Junior Gold Championships. A great youth event and spectacle for youth bowling. take a look at some scores. See if those are updated. Indeed they are. And a new leader by 1 pin. It is Christina Zerbinski. And Zerbinski continuing to bowl well here. Yeah, I watched her and Shannon Pluhowski a little bit yesterday in practice, and well, I thought they had a pretty good look. Of course, talking amongst each other, trying to help each other out in regards to being left-handed. Angie Ramirez was in that conversation as well. Lane play and strategy. It's a good break there for Verity Crawley. Four in a row for Crawley. And she said, hey, whatever works. Not mad at that. Pluhowski in second, plus 115. O'Keefe in third at plus 69. Giselle Poss is fourth at plus 59. Amanda Fry in fifth at plus 47. Jennifer Russo in sixth at plus 40. In seventh is Liz Johnson at plus 39. Brandy Branca in eighth at plus 34. Maria Jose Rodriguez is in ninth at plus 28. And Evan Hadlick, we are watching right now, is 10th at plus 20. Immediately at the arrows from Hodlick. It's 2:10 Eastern time. See some folks have shared our post, our Live Now post. Big thanks to all of you who have done that. Jay, what's going on, sir? Checking in from Georgia means that you made it home from Florida. Fantastic. All right, one more for Verity. We'll take it. Hey, it's 5 on the scoreboard. ball change for Crawley. And that one just wiggled down the lane, did not do much. See the difference there. See how long the pattern is a little bit. Alicia Wong, former Wichita State Shocker, represented Canada in international competition. Lefty. Seen some lefties, of course, have some success here today, and a very nice shot from Felicia. Hodlick stepping up. Caitlin Simpson, All-American at Pikeville. 27-28, or excuse me, 25 and 26. Just completing their fourth frame. Here is Hodlick. That one's inside. Leaves a single pin. It's makeable, certainly. To our left, Clara Guerrero, Giselle Poss. Becky Decker and Megan Kelly. Mentioned the World Games coming up. The World Games roster for Colombia. Clara Guerrero and Rocio Restrepo scheduled to compete. We mentioned Birgit Poplar. Represent Germany. Daria Payuk. Chance to go home. She is not here. In fact, I believe she is already in Poland. We had a chance to be there early, representing the host nation. For the United States, Kelly Kulick, Danielle McEwen. Will be in competition. Open frame back-to-back now for Crawley. Mentioned lanes look to be at a point where not only favorable, but certainly scoreable. Favorable doesn't always mean scoreable. And vice versa, for that matter. Seeing some X's on the board as I look to my right. Two-way from Restrepo. Give you a quick story about Rocio and her husband Joe. Excellent folks, by the way, great people. Sparity having a little trouble with the spare ball here in these last couple frames. Still in decent position here because of her great start. But somehow a couple weeks ago we were talking about snacks, and I'm not sure if I had Garrett's popcorn with me. I often get it when I get a chance to travel home to Chicago. I try to make it a point. I often visit O'Hare as well, so O'Hare has a Garrett's in the airport, as does DFW. By the way, if you ever wanted to grab some and you weren't in Chicago, DFW B31, I think it is. It's either B31 or B27, one of these. But anyway, talking about some snacks, and somehow we got on the popcorn subject, and Rocio said, "Hey, this place near me or near us in Ohio, best popcorn, better than Garrett's." I said, "There's no way, not even close, not a chance." She said, "Oh yeah," and she said Garrett's before I said it, so which means I know that she knew exactly what Garrett's is, and she's had it before. And she told me, "Nope, that shot there from Hollick, that's a double." She said, "No, it's better." So she was supposed to bring some. We were supposed to have like a taste test. The better thing would have been to have a blind taste test. So she had gone a couple weeks, had forgot. She brought the popcorn this week. I tasted it. It's not better than Garrett's, folks. It's good. I'm not saying that it's not. It is good. It is from Nom Nom Popcorn Companies. This place makes really good cupcakes, though. They brought some cupcakes in Detroit. As you can tell, snacks are pretty cool. Never against snacks. If you come on or see us on site here, generally in my setup, you'll see some breakfast items on our table, our featured pairs as well. Also got a nice photo of Matt Cannizzaro and Aaron Smith. right there, brief delay. All right, folks. Well, you could tell, you saw JT come on back. The sweeps that fell on the lane. Boy, that ball starts early, too. Oof. Boy, about between 5 and 7, 8 at the arrows. Yikes. The time it was 23. Verity Crawley has been hit by that a little bit. Just one of those games for Verity. It happens to the best of us. She will bounce back here. No doubt about it. All right, 9th frame here. Hot lick through the nose. 3-6-10. In a law now over on 25 and 26. She's got 5 in a row. Ninth frame for Law, looking for 6. Pretty good. 4-pin. Good shot. Christina Zabinski shot 234, ladies and gentlemen. 234 for Christina Zabinski. Living in the respective area, North Tonawanda. Husband John. Again, your scores are located pwba.com/live. You can also find it pwba.com. Be sure to click on the slide banner that says click here for coverage and results. Kelly First shot in the 10th, a good one. Here is Samantha Shaden. She's on our featured pair and leads a 6-pin crossing over. Crawley takes care of the spare. See that area of the lane at the heads, folks. Everyone has been playing there. I'm sure, obviously not a lot of lefties in the field, but they've been playing in that area as well, of course, in their respective on the left side of the lane. A move in to check things out for Verity Crawley. Tough game there, 188. Jenna Law back on it in the 10th frame. See where Jenna Law is in the standings. Then it's struggling a little bit here in 86th overall, but it's been their game. One more, she'll be in the 230s, looking to make a move up the leaderboard. Got to hook a little bit, and does not. She leaves to 2-4-10. Coming up in game number 5, Sandra Luthold, Nicole Bauer, and Maria Jose Rodriguez, 23 and 24. Then Sandra Gongora, Jackie Malone, Alicia Current, and Brandy Branca. All right, we're all done here. Halleck gets to 190. See if Devin can remain near the top 10. Restrepo 208. Wong shoots 210. And Verity Crawley shoots 188. 224 for Jenna Law. Shaden can get to 201. Nice double and the 10th for Simpson. Or excuse me, Simpson. A good count, she'll be in the 2 teens. All right, strike will give Shade now on the field 201 if she can come through. Good place for it there for Caitlin. She'll shoot 210. Shade will have the final shot on our featured pairs here. right, 201 for Shaden. And game 4 is complete. On now to game number 5. Appreciate you tuning in. Let's check Facebook. Any new comments from our great viewers? You can be sure to follow us and like our page on Facebook. Obviously, those of you who are commenting probably have done that already. But if there's someone under the sound of my voice currently and you have not done so, please do. Like the PWBA Facebook page. Follow us on Twitter at pwba.com. Or excuse me, at PWBA Tour. You can also, of course, be sure to visit us at pwba.com for all of your news, notes, results, player profiles, bios, etc. And on Instagram at PWBA Tour. Mentioned Junior Gold coming up next week. Be sure to follow all of our youth channels as well. At Youth Bowling. Again, at Youth Bowling. At Youth, actually it's at Youth_Bowling. At Youth_Bowling. On Snapchat and Instagram as well as Twitter. There'll be a lot of cool things happening on those channels throughout next week. So, want to know what's going on with Junior Gold, of course, be sure to check those channels as well as the Sport of Bowling USBC Facebook page. All news, notes, videos, and more there as well. Shout out to all of our youth staff. Already in Cleveland. Many have been there for several days at this point. Setting up registration begins tomorrow. So for all of those who may be watching, good luck this week or next week, excuse me. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. I do remember my first time at Junior Gold. It was a pretty cool experience overall. The bowling didn't go too bad as well. Bowled 2 years at the great event. Came up short at my goals of course making Junior Team USA, but at the time and even looking back on it, I'll take the finishes that I had. Never made the top 16. That was the real goal. The sub goal after that would be to make Junior Team at the time. Format's a little different now. Good opening shots from Luthold, Rodriguez, and Bauer. Here on 25, or excuse me, 23 and 24. Jay Carbomb, big double for Rodriguez. Jay says they did not go. I told Jay, first of all, folks, Jay, one of our, and Noel, just great fans. Fantastic. Have been at several of our PWBA events in the last 2 seasons. Met them at the Smithfield Tour Championship last year. And they make vacations out of PWBA events, and we certainly appreciate it. Appreciate all of the support. But I told them to go to the beach last week because we were in St. Pete. When I left the venue last Saturday after completing all of my tasks and writing and everything else, those two were still bowling, enjoying themselves, and said, hey, at some point, you know, first of all, hey, I got to put them to work because they're there as much as I am. B, hey, we love bowling. That's what we do. But at some point, you got to go enjoy yourself. And so you just told me right now, you did not go to the beach. They instead went bowling. So I can't knock you for it, Jay. It's in your blood now, man. This is game 5 of 12 overall games. And that is, of course, between 2 rounds. Round 1, 6 games. Round 2 is 6 games. 25 and 26 ready to go. Nice break for Rodriguez now, 3 in a row. Maria has been very consistent this year. She had to miss one event. She was competing internationally in Guatemala on behalf of Team Colombia. Good shot from Luthold. Right now, Rodriguez is 8th in points. She has made 6 match play appearances. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players tied with 6 match play appearances. Shannon O'Keefe is 2nd in that category with 7. And Liz Johnson leads the way with 8. Look at the stats and in comparison to what your eyes may tell you sometimes, where you don't see a certain player make a TV show or something like that. You know, you see Shannon O'Keefe hasn't made TV. Excuse me, she did make TV. She changed that last week in St. Petersburg. But her match play appearances, of course, now at 7, which means that she's been in position. Talked a little bit about Shannon. And she had struggled a little bit, did cash in 2 consecutive events. Physically, thought she was throwing it well, but she wasn't. Her husband Brian and ball rep got her straightened on out through an event. Happened in Orlando, started working on some things, and it all came together last week. Another trip 4 for Maria. Angles are straight, right up the boards. Little angle for the most part. Kind of going right to left there, ever so slightly. And Branca able to take care of the 2-pin ever so slightly as well. Another quality shot there from Luthold. Playing the lanes a little different than other right-handers that we have seen so far in our featured pair. In fact, I don't think we've seen anyone. It is game 5 as well, so we'll keep that in mind. Unsure where she began the day. But looking pretty good. Playing the middle of the lane. But something with some surface. To read the mid lane, Bauer. Just enough. Now Nicole Bauer on a double. Or we could be in for a treat here on 23 and 24. We'll see how it all plays out. Just some good starts here for this trio of bowlers. All right, that's a triple for Luthold. String ending for Maria. She leaves at 6-10. Red just a touch early. And a split here for Luthold. Branca will take care of business on the spare. Jackie Malone. Jackie competed last year here at the event as well. See a lot of some familiar faces from last season's event. Chops to 10. Maria back on it. See if we've got some scores here as of right now. All right, after 4 games, Zerbinski from North Tonawanda, formerly Christina Fromm, if that rings a bell for you. Maryland Eastern Shore graduate, multi-time national champion, is from the Chicagoland area, Naperville, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. She went to Oswego East. Nonetheless, she's in the lead at plus 150. Shannon O'Keefe at plus 102 is in second. Liz Johnson is third at plus 93. Again, plus 93 for Liz. Shannon Pluhowski, plus 76. Giselle Poss is fifth at plus 48. Brandy Branca and Jennifer Cutter tied for sixth at plus 39. Cutter from right here in Rochester. Nicole Trudell, talented young lady, formerly of Sacred Heart University, and Clara Guerrero, plus 36. They are tied for eighth. Jess Lesaganich, you saw her start the day here on 25 and 26. They will end the day actually on 23 and 24. So Margaret, if you are still watching, you'll get a chance to see Jess of course, from Atlanta, just originally from Pennsylvania. You'll get a chance to see her again on our feature pair here in the next game. Missy Parkin in 11th at plus 21. Maria Jose Rodriguez plus 18 in 12th. Stephanie Sheridan is in 13th at plus 13. Devin Hodlick in 14th at plus 10. Valerie Bercier from New Hampshire. She is in a three-way tie for 15th with Sabrina Davis and Christine Johnston. All at plus 8. Angie Ramirez Perea right now in the top 32 at plus 7. She's to our left on 21 and 22, tied with Liz Culkin. Right now, 32nd, be Sandra Gongora and Sierra Kanemoto at minus 22. That one inside of target for Rodriguez. Knew it off her hand. It's a good question for all of you who are viewing, and if you have an opportunity to comment, please do so. Just curious how everyone has been bowling or had bowled during their last league season. Maybe if you bowled a few tournaments as of late, but I'm just curious. Obviously, we watch these great professionals all the time, but I'd like to hear from you guys every now and then. Hey, how are you bowling? How's everything? Do you get an opportunity, or do you learn a few things as you are watching the PWBA that maybe you can apply to your own game? Gongora. A shot there on the walk-off. She missed a couple single pins in a row. Unlike Sandra there. Alicia Current, we see back out competing. Good friend Lindsay Boomershine back in the field as well. Lindsay bowled last week. Of course, she was the runner-up to Rocio Restrepo, St. Petersburg Clearwater Open in 2016. A shot there from Branca with a double. Malone, big double for Jackie. Find some momentum here. Malone, 130 in the second game, but it's a low game. 181, 130, 216, 181. So you throw that 130 game out the window, and she is near the number, or in it at this point. Gongora, it's some good carry. Now she has herself a double. Heck of a shot there from E. Last time we spoke to Alicia, was the Go Bowling PWBA Players Championship, and she mentioned that there was a move upcoming. It was actually coming pretty quick at the time. She would be moving along with, we have Travis back to the Northeast. On behalf of Travis and is employment. I think I saw a few shots of them on the road, essentially via social media. Okay, pictures of the states, of course, as you mosey on through. Let's spare here from Nicole Bauer. Hold on, ball. I think spare made for Luthold. Shannon O'Keefe to our right with Heather DeRico. Shannon, or excuse me, Summer Jasmine. And Brianna Amadon. High flush there. Five got out, 9-7. And if you're just joining us, you are watching the Nationwide PWBA Rochester Open. I'm your host. No, I'm just playing. But my name is Emil Williams Jr. Big thanks. Appreciate you tuning in. It is my pleasure to be here with you. On behalf of our entire PWBA staff, USBC and the BPAA, thank you very much for your support of the PWBA and the women's bowling. If you're curious about what Nationwide has to offer and you're in the area, I encourage you to stop on by. Learn from some local agents of what may best fit your needs. We'll be here all weekend. Rodriguez, 10th frame. That looked really good. Even better than some of the other ones, honestly. That was a heck of a way to pick that up from Gakora. I tell you, you know, when I used to shoot, I always say used to because I don't really bowl that much anymore. I could never just go straight at a two-pin or anything with a two-pin combination. Bucket, 2, 4, 5. I always had to have an angle. So I generally go right to left at those type of spares. So when I watch tour players shoot at certain combinations or certain spares, I always wonder, man, how do they do that? And then I'll go ask them. And, you know, sometimes it's just like the way that, you know, people are just most comfortable with shooting that particular spare. Well, you know, obviously it's whatever works for you. But I always admired folks who could literally shoot right at the 2-pin from the left side. A lone string ends here at 3. Good run here from Jackie. Just got to take care of the 4-pin. Nice game there for Nancy Luthold. 237 for Maria, 204 for Cassandra Luthold. Nicole Bauer trying to add more to her total. All right, 201 for Nicole Bauer. All done on 23 and 24. Alicia Current up in the 9th frame, 25 and 26. A shot there from E. Alicia is the only other player or person that I have ever personally called E, because that's what people call me. Some trouble here in the 9th frame. We're happy to be back here in Rochester. I'm happy to be able to tell you I made it. Jason Thomas and I were on the same flight on a Wednesday. We left our respective humble abodes somewhere between the 10 o'clock and 10:30 hour. Actually, I think JT left a little later. He lives a little closer to DFW. Got a notification. Actually, here's exactly what I did. So I went to the office early in the morning and I dropped something off, pick up a few things, send a couple things before. Then I had a quick haircut. And then I stopped by to try to peek in on the big guy, Terry Bigham, whose birthday was recent. So I knew ahead of time that some great folks in the office were going to shower his office with all types of balloons and caution tape and different things like that. So I wanted to check in on that, but no one was around, so I had to leave. Haircut, went back to the house, and as soon as I got back, notification from American. Hey, flight's gonna be delayed. Uh-oh. And I said, uh-oh, well, the connection might be disrupted. As soon as I said that, we got rebooked later connection. Ended up not leaving until 2 o'clock Central Time from Dallas because of weather, and of course in my hometown of Chicago, preventing the plane from reaching us at the hour it was supposed to. So weather throughout the week disrupting flights all over the country. Ended up making it to Rochester at about 12:30 a.m. Thursday morning. And some folks I know, some players actually had longer travel days that day. Shot to our left from Angie Ramirez. 10th frame. Vangora to the bag for a different bowling ball. O'Keefe to our right with 5 in a row. Looking for the back 6. 250 on the board. Oh, excuse me, 226, I beg your pardon. .224 for O'Keefe. Game 6, Caitlin Carl, Diana Zavyalova, Sarah Germano, and Jessica Lesiganic, Shannon Pluhowski, Tanya Rao-Mimper, Christine Johnston, and Sierra Kanemoto. 25 and 26. .166 for Alicia Current. Oh, excuse me, 166 for Sandra Gongor. 184 for Alicia Current. Jackie Malone wants to strike one more time. Get in the 2 teens. right, 202 for Malone and Brandy Branca. Struggling last couple frames there, 173 to end game 5. We are on to game 6. I asked you guys some questions early. Let's check to see. Got a few additions to our comment section. Love that the comments are getting filled up on our Live Now post. It's fantastic. Hello, James. James watches every week from Santa Cruz. Is that Santa Cruz, California, James, if you're still on? That is California, because you answered my question with your next sentence. Saturday morning start at about 5:30. That is generally how it rolls, James. So you turn it on and nap through it. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I appreciate you. If you're on the West Coast and you tune in at that point, thank you very much for turning us on. All right, we're underway. Game 6. Buhowski, Almemper, Kanemoto, and Johnston. Zabialova, Luthold. Or excuse me, Zabialova, Carl, Romano, and Lesaganic. This is game 6 of 12. So after this game, we will break. And we will begin again at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Bowl TV on Extra Frame. Looks like everyone has now turned the corner, if you will, to good old game 6. There's DZ3. His hair is getting a little long. We're gonna have to talk about that. Back. Last time we saw her, she struggled a little bit on the fresh opening game number 1. Oh, that's a really good shot. And a really good start for her as well, as she is on a double. Yalova now into the middle of the lane. 5-10 attempt from Johnston. Jess Lesaganic made that earlier, actually, on that very pair. Buhowski's got a 275 game to her credit today. All right, after 5 games, your update brought to you by our title sponsor this week, Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Christina Zerbinski still in the lead, plus 181. In second, Liz Johnson at plus 127. Shannon O'Keefe in third at plus 126. Shannon Pluhowski is in fourth. She's the leader for about the first 3 games or so. She's plus 90. Jen Russo in fifth at plus 69. Maria Jose Rodriguez Maria Jose Rodriguez is 6th at plus 55. Clara Ganero in 7th at plus 45. Here is Zavialova. In 8th place, Jennifer Cutter. With a pair to our right. Here in game 6 at plus 39. Devin Hodlick hanging tough in the top 10. And 9th at plus 33. Missy Parkin is in 10th at plus 25. Here to get popular is 11th at plus 23. Brandy Branca is 12th at plus 12. Jess Lesaganich is in 13th at plus 10. Sabrina Divis is 14th at plus 9. Kayla Bandy is 15th at plus 8. Nicole Parkhurst is 16th, non-member, in the top 32 currently at minus 5. So it's 15 players plus. Danielle McEwen, 17th at minus 6. Amanda Fry, minus 7 and 18th. She's tied with Jody Wessner at minus 7. 2 players in 20th, tied for minus 8 or at minus 8. Valerie Bercier and Giselle Poss tie at 22nd. Rao Mimper and Camilla Dahmers at minus 9. Nicole Trudell, 24th at minus 14. Let's watch Sarah Germano here, and I'll get back to the standings momentarily. Looking for 4 in a row. Yes. All right, Zavialova in 25th at minus 15. Rocio Restrepo, minus 19 and 26th. Angie Ramirez-Perea, 27th at minus 20. Nice shot there from DZ3. Sierra Kanemoto, Wichita State Shocker, is 28th at minus 22. Michelle Sterner in 29th at minus 23. Liz Colkin is 30th at minus 24 in a tie for 31st. Stephanie Sheridan and Caitlin Simpson at minus 25. Kanemoto with 3 in a row. Here is Germano looking for a 5. Some push on the 7. Let's see where Sarah is in the standings. Looking from right here in Rochester, she is 45th. So at this point, well on her way to entering the top 32 for round number 2. Puhowski. There's a double for Shannon. Lesiganich looking for 3 in a row. And I went a little fast. Didn't have the time to make the turn, get through the pins the right way. Nice shot there for Jess Les. Kanemoto for 4 in a row. That's good. Inside playing that gutter. There's Avyalova. And at about 16 or so. Good shot. How about routing a couple doubles, excuse me, a couple opens early. Now looking for a double. Johnny will be heading back to Indonesia. Good shot. To get ready for the final preparations for the SEA Games. The Southeast Asian Games hosted by Malaysia in August. Pretty good shot there from Shannon. Looks pretty, she's looked pretty good all day. And watched, again, mentioned earlier, watched her practice a little bit last night. Hermano. Make it 6 in a row for Sarah. Kanemoto, as Junior Team USA member. Push a little bit. All right, similar to last week. In certain situations we had dueling front 7s, 8s, 9s, etc. Zavyalova. And Johnston gets a break. It's needed there, and she will look to build on that. In the 6th frame here is Kaylin Carl. Really good shot there, nice and fluid. Balance at the line. 4 in a row potentially for Puhowski. Looking, wants it, and does not get it. What a shot. And she wraps a mean 7. Speaking of 7, Germano looking for the front 7. Heck of a shot. Kanemoto, like I said, former, she is current. 2 consecutive years for Sierra. Last year and 2017. And she has the front 6. there for Lesagonich. Raul Mimper after the early opens now with 3 in a row. This is game 6. To give you an idea what to look forward to next round. Big shot there for Raul Mimper. All fresh oil this week. And the Creek Church. Times that we saw Zavyalova early. On 25 and 26, get into trouble. Left a couple big fours. She got 4. Way to get some count. High flush for Tanya. Putting some strikes up on the board. In a row for Sarah Germano. And Kanemoto after the spare, of course, the string ends for Sierra. Any other folks out there, of course, if you're watching and are from the East Coast, specifically maybe Rochester. Of course, I'll ask some more locals. Obviously, we know about the garbage plate, talked about it a little bit, but if there's anything else I should be trying out while I have an opportunity, feel free to let us know. All about trying some great cuisines. All right, Germano looking for the front 9. Former Junior Team USA member back in 2008. Enter your screen here momentarily for 9 in a row. High flush. The difference a few games make. The crowd is gathered. Raul Mimper. Tanya's just been 10 backing him since the 3rd frame. For Lesagonich, gets them all to fall. Johnston, that one's taken off and going Brooklyn. Parkin an opportunity at 260 plus. She's stepping up in the 10th frame. A few pairs to our left. Yalova, big double. She head to the 10th frame. All right, see if we're going to have a little bit more history on extra frame here as we end qualifying round number 1. Puhowski right back on it with a 3-bagger. She's got max score 258 out there. Trying to end on a flurry. Several players here in game number 6 or round number 1. Hanemoto is one of them. Needs some help, and she gets it. One. Looking for the front 11. Nice shot. Nine pin. All right, very nice. Nicely done from Sarah Germano. 289 on the in here in game number 6. It's a good way to finish, and she'll be in the top 32 when round 2 begins. .235 for Shannon Pluhowski. Masiganit's got that one in the air a little bit. A little loft never hurt nobody. Double for Jess Less. Nicole Trudell. Forceful with her strikes. A few pairs to our right. That's a 4-bagger. Okay, Nicole, let's see you. That was in the 8th frame. Missy Parkin shot 267, so a couple of very big games here to end things. Well, no, not a burn squad this week. There's fresh oils. I'm sure the players, if there was ever a week they probably may want a burn squad, this might be the one. Raul Mimper. Lesiganich, one more would put her in the 230s. Looks good. That's a better shot all the way through. Just less recently completing her master's degree at the University of Georgia, UGA, Athens. Hasn't bowled too many stops this season. Just so busy, of course, with completing school, with work, and everything imaginable. But looking pretty good here so far. She can keep this momentum. Round two can be a little different. The players after the break try to settle in as quickly as possible. Avialova shoots 222. Lesiganich, that's a heck of a finish. 289 for Germano, 238 for Lesiganich, 174 for Kaylin Carl, 23 and 24. And is complete. Memper ball change just to give it a whirl. 236, nice job. Kanemoto will finish it out. The front six, 9-spare strike. 9-spare 9. 247 for Sierra. Good into her day as well. Got a little, let's see, we got a little bowling still going on. Let us see what we have here. High scores on from 23 through 26 for sure. Well, can't really see much. Well, the little bowling that we have left at this point may be obstructed from some of our players as they pack up and head to lunch here, but that's okay. .211, Debbie Ayers, 157, Victoria Miracle. Hello, Danielle. Nicolette Arnone. Brittany Himmelreich. Nice spare conversion there to our left. This is Arnone.
That thing every single game. Like, seriously. I'm going to 30 by touching that. I will not touch it.
All right, folks. Looks like Brittany Himmelreich. I got a full frame to go actually over on 19 and 20. There's Christine Brispart there. Again, folks, your scores will be available for you, pwba.com/live. Pardon the obstructed views. This is the lone pair going. So you get a little conversation and a little bowling with your extra frame as well. Himmelreich. Brianna Cote over on 19. Shot. That puts her in the 2 teens. One more will put her in the 220s. All right, Himmelreich. 169. Final shot for Cote coming up. Looks like 7, maybe 6. And it is 7. 224 for Brianna Cote. And that'll do it for us here in round number 1.
Tally up those score sheets and turn them into the tournament office behind lanes 31 and 32. The ladies will return tonight at 6 p.m. for 6 more games.
So we'll start again 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Join us then again 6 p.m. Eastern Time. So for Jason Thomas, it's Neil Milligan, Kathy Waka, Kathy Kavicki. My name is Emil Williams Jr. Say so long for a few hours. Enjoy your lunch break. Come back and visit with us tonight. We're watching the 2017 Nationwide PWBA Rochester Open on Extra Frame.